All right, welcome back to this live stream of the Chiefs and the Giants. We are at the half. The Chiefs lead the Giants 9-6. 3 field goals in the first half for the Chiefs, but that's been enough as they were basically gifted 3 points there right at the end of the first half. Let's run down these first half stats for you. Chiefs 125 yards of total offense. The Giants put up 114. Penalties in the first half. Chiefs were penalized 6 times for 65 yards. Giants 3 times, but a killer penalty at the end of the first half. They were penalized 3 times for 62 yards, 52-yard pass interference penalty at the end of the first half that gave the Chiefs the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal there at the end of the first half. Individual stats, Patrick Mahomes in that first half, 12 for 23 for 100 yards. 12 completions to Patrick Mahomes are to 8 different receivers. Juju Smith-Schuster, the leading receiver, 3 catches for 52 yards. Travis Kelce, 3 catches, 13 yards. I'm sorry, for 7 different receivers, 1 catch each for Kareem Hunt, Hollywood Brown, Tyquan Thornton, Noah Gray, and Isaiah Pacheco. Meanwhile, on the Giants side, Russell Wilson, 7 of 13, 39 yards, 2 interceptions in the first half. Russell Wilson's quarterback rating in that first half, 19.9. 7 receptions were to 3 different receivers for the Giants. Cam Scatabo, 3 catches, 19 yards. Darius Slayton, 2 catches, 13 yards. And Tyrone Tracy, 2 catches for 7 yards. 75 yards rushing for the Giants. Cam Scatabo, 6 carries, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Tyrone Tracy, 7 rushes, 29 yards. Devin Singletary, 3 rushes, 7 yards. Giants lost Tyrone Tracy there at the end of the first quarter with a shoulder injury. His return was listed as questionable. Chiefs rushed for 48 yards in that first half. 2 first-half turnovers for the Giants. On those 2 interceptions from Russell Wilson, the Chiefs did not turn the ball over in that first half. Time of possession edge for the Chiefs, 15 minutes, 25 seconds to the Giants, 14 minutes, 35 seconds. Giants only had the ball for about 5 minutes in that second quarter. A 12-10 advantage on first downs for the Chiefs. Third down conversions in that first half. Chiefs were 3 for 7. The Giants were 1 for 4. And all those stats total up to a lead of 9-6 for the Chiefs at halftime. And the Chiefs will have the football to start the second half. So they have a chance to go 2 for 1, getting that field goal right before the end, right going into halftime. And they'll have a chance to score here, getting the ball here to begin the third quarter. So the Giants, that an absolutely killer penalty, 2 killer penalties really on back-to-back plays there at the end of the first half that kept the drive alive. They basically gifted the Chiefs 3 points at the end of the first half. A 9-6 lead. Harrison Butker, 3 field goals for the Chiefs for all of their points. Giants got the touchdown run for Cam Scatabo. The extra point was blocked. That's why they still are only at the 6 points. As both these teams come in 0-2, desperately needing a win to avoid falling 3 games back in their respective divisions. Chargers at 3-0 in the AFC West. Eagles at 3-0 in the NFC East. So the loser of this game will be up against it already 3 weeks into the season. So we are just about ready to get the kickoff here in the second half. On a Sunday night from MetLife Stadium, a 63-degree evening just outside New York City. So we are set to begin here, half number 2. Giants to kick off. And we are underway in the second half. Kickoff taken at the 2-yard line, across the 10, 15, 20-yard line, 25-yard line, and dropped at the 26-yard line. And that's where the Chiefs will start their opening drive of the second half. Remigio with the kick return there for Kansas City. So first down, Chiefs from the 26. Opening series of the third quarter. Mahomes, here's a handoff on first down. This is Isaiah Pacheco, and Pacheco will be stopped after a gain of 3 on first down up to the 29-yard line, bringing up second down and 7. Second and 7, Kansas City, football at their own 29-yard line. Mahomes takes the snap, rolls right, throws to an open man. The catch is made for a first down. That will move the sticks for the Chiefs. Hollywood Brown with the reception for Kansas City. Gain of 17 up to the 46. First down at the 46-yard line. And here's another handoff to Pacheco. Pacheco with running room into Giants territory up near the Giants' 46-yard line. So a good 8-yard run that time for Pacheco on first down. Chiefs already into Giants territory. Second down and 2. And here's Pacheco again. This time he's going to get stuffed for no gain. Getting right through the Chiefs' offensive line there to stop up Pacheco for no gain. That was Abdul Carter with the stop there for the Giants. Third down, 2 coming up. Third down and 3, as they say he lost a yard on that. Mahomes wide open receiver. That's Kelce. First down inside the 35. And move the sticks. Kelce's 4th catch of the game. Drive stays alive for Kansas City. First down. At the 34. Mahomes. Screen pass. That pass is complete. And that will be good for another 8 yards on first down. Another reception for Hollywood Brown. They'll bring up second down and 2. Sorry, I was hearing something, but I guess everything's all right. Second down and 2. Actually, they're going to call it officially second and 3. Chiefs looking for their first touchdown of this game. They have drove the ball to the Giants' 27. Mahomes going under center this time. It's only about the 3rd time this game he's gone under center. And it's a handoff. This is going to be a first down inside the 25 up to the 22. Still dragging tacklers all the way up to the 20-yard line. Getting about 3 extra yards there. And a first down for Kansas City. Brashard Smith getting the carry there. Chiefs into the red zone. The best drive of the game for Kansas City being put together here to start the second half. Actually, they're going to mark as forward progress was stopped at the 22, so that's where they're marking this. And here's another handoff to Pacheco, running room left side. Pacheco out of bounds right at the first down marker, and I think he's going to have it. And now the Chiefs are in the red zone. First down at the 12. A great opening drive to start the second half for the Chiefs. First down at the 12-yard line. This is Pacheco again getting the carry inside the 10 up to the 8-yard line. Give Pacheco 4 more. It'll bring up second down and 6. Chiefs have had the ball the first 5.5 minutes and counting here in the third quarter. Giants defense has kept Kansas City out of the end zone to this point. Do they have another stop in them to hold the Chiefs to a field goal again? Second down and 6 at the 8. Mahomes takes the snap, screen pass right side, and that's going to be a gain of about 3. It's going to be third down and 3. It's Juju Smith-Schuster with the reception and a big third down coming up. Chiefs need 3 on this third down. They're at the 5-yard line. Giants looking for a defensive stop. Down to 3 on the play clock. And Mahomes just gets that snap off. Mahomes throwing end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chiefs in the end zone for the first time tonight. Tyquan Thornton, the 5-yard touchdown reception. And the Chiefs go up 9 with a chance to make it 10 with the extra point. There was good coverage there on Thornton, but Mahomes threw it right to where only Thornton could get it. That was Phillips that was covering Thornton. Phillips, the one that committed those 2 penalties at the end of the first half for the Giants that kept the drive alive for the Chiefs. Butker adds the extra point, and the Chiefs take a 10-point lead, 16-6, as they are in the end zone for the first time tonight. A great drive for Kansas City to start off the third quarter. That drive, 11 plays, 74 yards, 6 minutes, 38 seconds. Capped off by a 5-yard touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes to Tyquan Thornton. And the lead grows to 10 points for the Chiefs. So they do indeed go 2 for 1. They get the field goal right going into halftime, and then they come out the first series of the third quarter and get a touchdown. So let's see if the Giants offense has an answer in them. Now down by 2 scores. Again, running down the NFL scoreboard from earlier today. It was the Vikings handing the Bengals their first loss, and boy, did they ever, in a rout, 48-10, the final score. Vikings putting up 48 today after being held to 6 at home last week against the Falcons. Steelers win in Foxborough over the Patriots, 21-14. Steelers go to 2-1. The Colts, 41-20 win over the Titans. The Colts at 3-0 to open the season. Jacksonville, 17-10 win over the Texans. That drops the Texans to a surprising 0-3. Panthers, 30-0 over the Falcons. Both those teams now 1-2. Eagles 33-26 win over the Rams. Rams had a chance to kick the game-winning field goal, but it was blocked, and the Eagles ran it back for a touchdown. That's what ended up with that 7-point margin. First loss for the Rams. Eagles now 3-0. Buccaneers kick a field goal at the gun to beat the Jets 29-27. Buccaneers and Eagles meet in Tampa next week in a battle of 3-0 teams. Washington, no problem with the Raiders, 41-24. And the shocker of the day, the Browns 13-10 over the Packers, ending the Packers their first loss. Late afternoon finals, Chargers kick a field goal late to beat the Broncos 23-20. Chargers are 3-0. Seahawks all over the Saints 44-13. And the 49ers kick a field goal at the gun to beat the Cardinals 16-15. 49ers are 3-0 on the season. And then the Bears, no problem today with the Cowboys, 31-14. Bears into the win column for the first time. And here it is 16-6 Chiefs, 8:22 remaining, quarter number 3. And here's the kickoff. Taken at the 5, across the 10, 20-yard line, 25-yard line. Singletary, the return, out to the 32. So decent starting field position for the Giants this time on their first possession of the first offensive series of the second half. Russell Wilson throwing the 2 first-half interceptions for the Giants. Him and the Giants offense back out, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Scatabo. Scatabo bounces off one tackler, but not the second, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up. 8 minutes left and counting, quarter number 3. Second and 10 at the 32 for the Giants. Wilson takes the snap. Wilson looking. Wilson with room to run. He's going to have a first down. Slides down at the 46-yard line. Wilson gains 14 and gives the Giants a first down. Boy, Wilson saw an open area in front of him, and he took advantage of it with his legs and picked up 14 yards. And now into the game for this play is Jackson Dart coming in at quarterback on this play, the rookie out of Ole Miss. Dart will take it himself, and he'll pick up 3 yards. So Jackson Dart into the game for that one play, and Russell Wilson coming back in on this 2nd and 7 play. Football up near midfield at the 49-yard line. 2nd and 7. Russell Wilson back in at quarterback, takes the snap. Wilson's going to be sacked back at the 44. And I think it was Chris Jones getting the sack for the Chiefs. It'll be 3rd down. Third down and long for the Giants. First sack for the Chiefs tonight. Giants need 12 at the 44-yard line. Wilson takes the snap. Wilson has room to run again and is not going to get to the first down, though, as he's brought down at the 47. He's 3 yards short of a first down. Now, the Giants went for it in the first quarter Are they going to go for it again on 4th down? They need 3 yards. It doesn't look like it, as Wilson's running to the sideline. Giants are going to kick this football away. So here comes the Giants punt as they're playing the field position game here, trying to pin the Chiefs deep. That was almost blocked. Fair catch, not a fair catch, excuse me, taken at the 15, and Remigio's brought down at the 19-yard line. So the Chiefs will be starting this next drive inside their 20. A timeout with 4:38 to go in the third. Chiefs get it back, leading by 10. Giants now do have 100 yards rushing, but they are getting nothing going in the passing game tonight as Russell Wilson has passed for just 39 yards on 7 of 13 with 2 interceptions. So the running attack has basically been the Giants' offense tonight. It hasn't been enough, though, as they trail 16-6, and the Chiefs have the football back. Touchdown, if the Chiefs can drive down and get a touchdown here, that would give them a 3-score lead and would make it very, very difficult for the Giants to try to come back, as we're down to 4:38 left here in the third quarter. Chiefs going forward do not have an easy stretch. As I mentioned, they're at home next week against the Ravens. Then after that, they travel to Jacksonville for a Monday night game. Jacksonville's off to a 2-1 start this year. And then they have a Sunday night game in week 6 at home against Detroit. So the Ravens at home, at the Jaguars, and the Lions at home, the next 3 for the Chiefs. Those are not 3 easy games. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're at home next week against the undefeated Chargers. Then they travel to New Orleans to take on the winless Saints before coming back home on a Thursday night to host the Eagles. So probably a little bit easier stretch these next 3 games for the Giants, but still, if whichever one of these teams starts off 0-3 is going to be up against it already. As we're coming back here, 16-6, Chiefs leading the Giants, and the Chiefs have the football back. Be 1st and 10 at their own 19. Just over 4.5 to play in quarter number 3. Mahomes takes the snap. Here's a handoff on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 3 yards across the 20 up to the 22-yard line. I believe that was Kareem Hunt that got that carry. Be 2nd down and 7. Giants desperately need to get a stop here. Keep this spread from getting any farther than it is right now. There's a screen pass on 2nd and 7 and up to the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. Reception for Thornton. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Chiefs. Third down for Kansas City. They need 2 at the 27. 5 for 9 on 3rd down conversions tonight are the Chiefs. Mahomes throws 1st down. Noah Gray, the reception up to the 37-yard line, and the Chiefs get a 1st down. New set of downs for the Chiefs. First down at the 37. Mahomes up to 160 yards passing tonight. And here's a handoff to Kareem Hunt, and Hunt's going to be stopped for a gain of 2 this time. Second down and 8 coming for the Chiefs. Tackle made by the Giants for Abdul Carter. Under 2.5 and counting to play quarter number 3. Second down and 8 for Kansas City at their own 39. Mahomes takes the snap. It's another handoff to Hunt, and Hunt brought down at the 46-yard line, going to be a yard short of a first down. And now another big third down coming up for the Chiefs, 3rd and 1. Where the Chiefs are 6 for 10 on third down conversions tonight. Very, very fast-moving third quarter. Third and a yard. Mahomes, the throw, that's going to be incomplete. Intended for Thornton. Was surprised they went to a passing play there, but it's 4th down, and will the Chiefs roll the dice and go for it? No, doesn't look like it. It's Mahomes coming off the field. Or is he? Actually, right as I say that, looks like Mahomes staying on the field. It's 4th and 1. Chiefs do keep the offense out there, and we're going to have a timeout called by the Giants on defense. So it looked like Mahomes was coming off the field originally, and the Chiefs were going to bring on the punt team. But then they sent Mahomes back out onto the field, and the Giants had to take a timeout on defense just to make sure they have the right alignment out there. Clock is stopped with 1:19 remaining in quarter number 3. You hate to use a timeout on defense, especially down 10 points nearly at the end of the third quarter, but this is a huge, huge play right here. And now the Chiefs bring on the punter again. The only downside to that for the Giants or the Chiefs, if you do go for that and you don't get it, you're giving the Chiefs the ball on your side of the field. Here's the punt, taken at the 11-yard line and returned up to the 20. And that's where the Giants are going to start this next drive at the 20-yard line with 1:09 to play in the third quarter. 16-6 Chiefs. So the Giants defense comes up with a stop there to hold the game at a 10-point spread. Again, Week 3 schedule concludes with the Monday night matchup tomorrow night, the Lions and the Ravens from Baltimore. I will be on with a live stream on that game tomorrow just after 8 o'clock Eastern. I'll go on about 8:10 or so Eastern time. As the Lions and Ravens both come into that game tomorrow night with 1-1 records. So that will be the final game of Week 3 tomorrow. And then hopefully on my live stream page, we'll have 2 Major League Baseball games coming up for you this week. Mets and Cubs be the Tuesday and Wednesday games of that series. Again, that's pending at this point. depending on how my schedule at my full-time job goes. Schedule's a little up in the air for those 2 days right now. And then we'll have 2 college football games for you on Saturday here on the live stream. We'll announce what those games are going to be. I will make that announcement tomorrow night in the Lions-Ravens game on the Lions-Ravens live stream. So a lot of live stream action. And then following this week, Major League Baseball playoffs get underway starting a week from Tuesday. I will have a lot of baseball playoff action for you on the live stream starting next week. But here in this one tonight, Chiefs lead 16-6 with just over a minute to play in the third quarter. The Giants will start this next drive at the 20-yard line. Russell Wilson and the Giants offense managed just 1 touchdown so far tonight. Russell Wilson fakes the handoff on first down, throws, pass complete to Scatabo across the 30, 35, 40, all the way up to the 42-yard line. Short pass to Cam Scatabo gets 22 and a Giants first down. Cam Scatabo stepped in nicely tonight with the injury to Tyrone Tracy earlier in this game. 79 total yards now for Scatabo. And here's a screen pass again. And this is going to be a big gainer. This is going to be near first down. Reception made for the Giants. That was the tight end, Theo Johnson, with the reception, his first catch of the night. And that will be near a first down, and that play will take us to the end of the third quarter. 3 in the books at MetLife Stadium. Chiefs lead the Giants 16-6, but the Giants are on the move as they are into Chiefs territory when we begin the fourth quarter. We take a look at the stats through 3. Chiefs are up to 226 yards of offense. Giants sit at 165. That was a penalty-free third quarter. Chiefs about a 6-minute lead in time of possession, 25 minutes, 32 seconds compared to the Giants, 19 minutes, 28 seconds. Patrick Mahomes, individual stats here. Patrick Mahomes, 19 of 31, passing for 160 yards and the passing touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, leading rusher for the Chiefs, 8 carries, 41 yards. 137 yards through the air for the Chiefs, 89 rushing. For the Giants, Russell Wilson, 9 of 15, 70 yards passing, and the 2 interceptions. They've gotten it done on the ground, though. 100 yards rushing, Cam Scatabo, 7 carries, 39 yards, and the rushing touchdown. Scatabo has also caught 4 passes for 40 yards. But it is a 16-6 lead for the Chiefs with 15 minutes remaining in this game. When the fourth quarter begins, the Giants will have a 2nd and 1 at the Chiefs' 49. And actually, correction, they're going to give the Giants a first down there at the Chiefs' 49. So a very, very important drive for the Giants here, down 2 scores. This is, you figure, a must-score drive. Even if they get a field goal, that would still keep it it would bring it back to a 1-possession game. But with only 15 minutes left, must score drive for the Giants right here. As we are getting set to begin the fourth quarter. First down, Giants at the Chiefs 49. Wilson takes the snap. Wilson rolling to his right. Wilson throwing toward the sideline. And the pass was caught, but I believe pass was caught by Wan'Dale Robinson, but I think they're going to say he went out of bounds and was the first to catch it. And his toe did step out of bounds. Then he didn't reestablish himself before he caught the ball. I think it's going to be the call here. Getting the call from Land Clark. Yep, illegal touching. So Robinson did not reestablish himself. Wan'Dale Robinson without a catch tonight after 8 catches last week in the loss to Dallas. So that basically goes as an incomplete pass. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 back at the 49. Wilson throwing, pass complete to the 45-yard line, gain of 4. Malik Neighbors with the reception. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Giants have only converted 1 third down tonight. They're going to need 6 on this one to keep the drive alive. From the Chiefs 45 is this 4-down territory. Wilson on 3rd down, throwing deep down the field, has a man down there and incomplete. But again, it was double coverage again. Brian Cook knocked that ball away. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver, and Neighbors a little slow getting up. Looks like Cook down as well for the Chiefs. Oh! Neighbors and Cook were going after that ball, and then when Neighbors was going to the ground, he ran right in to Noel Williams with his helmet. So Neighbors down on the field for the Giants as well as Cook for the Chiefs. And we have an injury timeout at MetLife. Following this injury timeout, what will the Giants do here? They have a 4th and 6 from the 45 of the Chiefs. Is this 4-down territory? They went for it back in the first quarter on a 4th down. Were not successful. What will they do on this 4th down play? We'll find out after the injury timeout, as we are stopped with 14:01 to go in the 4th. So you might be at the point down 10 points with 14 minutes to go. You might be at the point where you may have to go for this on 4th and 6. But we'll see what the Giants elect to do. Or maybe they'll try to play the field position game and try to pin the Chiefs. Try and pin the Chiefs deep with a punt. Don't know how many more chances you're going to get on offense. So we are still in the injury timeout. That was a pretty good shot that Neighbors took into Noel Williams there. He went right into him with his helmet. Well, it looks like we're about ready to set to go again. Giants offense is still on the field. Cook is up for the Chiefs, but it looks like he needs a little bit of helmet repair. 4th down and 6. It does appear the Giants are going to go for it. They need to get to the 39-yard line of the Chiefs for a first down. Wilson out of the shotgun. Scatabo back there with him. Wilson takes the snap on 4th and 6. Pass is complete. That's going to be a first down for the Giants. Fumbled the football, and the Chiefs have recovered. Slayton had the first down. That was Robinson with the catch. He had the first down. He was untouched, so he went up to try and get some more yardage, and then the ball was fumbled. A Chiefs defender got his hand in there to knock the ball loose. The Chiefs recovered the fumble. There is a flag down, and it's going to be defensive pass interference on the Chiefs. So the Giants will keep possession. Trent McDuffie guilty of the defensive pass interference. Robinson still made that catch despite the interference. And then when McDuffie went up to tackle Robinson, after Robinson went up, tried to get up to get more yards since he wasn't touched, McDuffie was the one that knocked the ball loose. But the Giants keep possession as they're at the 40-yard line of the Chiefs. Wilson fakes the handoff. Wilson throws to Scatabo. Scatabo at the 30, first down Giants to the 28-yard line. 12 more for Cam Scatabo. Giants are in field goal range. A field goal would also bring this down to a one-score game. Giants need some kind of points on this drive. First down at the 28. Wilson fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. Wilson throws short, complete, up to the 22-yard line. First reception of the game for Chris Manhertz, veteran tight end out of Canisius. Second and 3. Jackson Dart back in at quarterback on this play. Dart takes the snap. It's a handoff to Scatabo. Scatabo, first down inside the 15 to the 11. Cam Scatabo continues to pile up the yards, and the Giants have a first down at the Chiefs' 11. Jackson Dart remains in the football game at quarterback for this next play. First down. Here's another handoff to Scatabo. Scatabo down to the 9. It'll be 2nd and about 7. Second down and 7 for the Giants. Football at the Chiefs' 9-yard line. Russell Wilson back in at quarterback. And Neighbors back in on offense here for the Giants. Wilson takes the snap. Wilson rolling right. Wilson throws complete to the 5-yard line and stopped right there. Third down coming up for the Giants. Didn't see who that was that made that catch. We have another Chiefs player down, injured on the field. And a stoppage with 11:08 to go. Giants have a 3rd and 3 at the 5-yard line. It's Charles Omenihu, the injured Chiefs player, and he is walking off under his own power. Giants have a 3rd down at the 5-yard line. They need 3 yards for the first. They can pick up a first down at the 2. They're going to spot the ball at the 6-yard line, so 3rd down and 4. Wilson keeps it, and it's going to be dropped for a loss of a yard. So now what do you do if you're the Giants? I think you've got to kick this to try to make this a 1-score game. George Karlaftis with the tackle of Wilson. And they are going to bring on the field goal kicker. This is probably the correct decision. Let's make it a 1-score game. Graham Gano coming in. He was questionable coming into this game, but he is coming in. He is 5 for 5 so far this year on field goals. This is a chip shot 25-yarder. And the kick is up, and the kick is good, and we have ourselves a 1-score game with 10-12 to play. The Giants get 3 out of it to cut it to a 7-point deficit. Chiefs 16, Giants 9 with 10-12 remaining. That drive for the Giants, 12 plays, 73 yards, 5 minutes, 57 seconds. Graham Gano, 25-yard field goal. He's now 6 for 6 on the season. Gano was listed as questionable tonight with the groin injury, but obviously he's good to go. And they have said, Giants have come out with an injured Tyrone Tracy, who was questionable with that shoulder injury in the first quarter. He has now been listed as out for the remainder of this game. So the Giants do get 3 to make this a 1-possession game. They have now broke the 200 yards of offense mark, as they're now at 202. 111 on the ground tonight for the Giants. And now can they get a defensive stop? Defense has done a fairly good job tonight against this Kansas City offense. 226 yards total for the Chiefs tonight. They've moved the ball downfield a few times, but have only managed to get in the end zone 1 time. They've had to settle for 3 field goals. for their other 3 scores. With 10-12 to go, the Giants are getting ready to kick this off to the Chiefs, trailing now by 7. So we are going to see Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense once again try to drive down the field and make this a 2-score game. And if they make it a 2-score game this late, that might be lights out for the Giants. Of course, you never know. We saw the Browns in that Packers-Browns game earlier today. We saw the Browns score 10 points in like a 37-second span. Something like that. That miss, keep in mind, the Giants had a missed extra point earlier. That's why they're at 9 points and not 10. Kickoff return here up to the 23-yard line, and that's where the Chiefs are going to start this next drive. So not the greatest starting field position for the Chiefs for this next drive. First down, Kansas City at the 23. Handoff on first down to Pacheco, and Pacheco will get about 4 on first down up to the 27-yard line, bringing up second down and 6. As we have gone under 10 minutes. Second down, 6. Kansas City, football at the 27. Mahomes fakes the handoff, in trouble, gets rid of it, and throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Intended in the direction of Noah Gray, but now probably the biggest third down of the game, especially for the Giants defense, 3rd and 6. Chiefs need to get to the 33-yard line for a first down, 3rd and 6. 6 for 11 on third down conversions tonight. Mahomes takes the snap. Mahomes being pressured, gets rid of it. Open receiver, catch made. First down, Kansas City. Thornton, another third down reception for the Chiefs. On 3rd and 6, they pick up 21. Big third down conversion for Kansas City. And a chance to use a little bit more clock. Screen pass here on first down. And into Giants territory and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Gain of 8. Brashard Smith with the reception. 2nd and 2 coming. Travis Kelce going back to the sideline. You can sense the frustration on him right now. Second and 2, Chiefs. Football at the 44-yard line of the Giants. Mahomes, pass, complete, first down, 34-yard line. 10 more. And another reception for Hollywood Brown. As Patrick Mahomes approaching the 200-yard passing mark tonight now. 22 of 35 for 199. Kelce back in on this play. First down at the 34. Handoff to Pacheco. Pacheco met at the line of scrimmage and dropped for no gain. Field goal, even a field goal would make it a 2-score game, and this it would be a 52-yard field goal from where they're at right now. So this is definitely Butker's field goal range. Second and 10, Chiefs at the 34. 7 minutes to go. Mahomes takes the snap. Mahomes throwing deep left side. The catch is made by Thornton. And a touchdown, they say. Well, I thought he was down about the 2-yard line, but the officials give him a touchdown. Tyquan Thornton with the touchdown reception. Oh, that's not a catch, I don't think, on the replay. Let's see. He has it right there. No, that's not a catch. That's going to be an incomplete pass. It was still a heck of an effort by Thornton, but this is not going to stand as a catch. And judging by his reaction, as he just looked at it on the big screen, even he knows it. Still a heck of an effort by Thornton, but just couldn't maintain the catch when he was going to the ground. It'll be 3rd and 10. So Giants catch a break. 3rd down and 10 at the 34. Clock is stopped with 6:55 to go in the 4th. Mahomes takes the snap. Mahomes looking. Mahomes going deep down the field again. This time it is a catch. And down at the 1-yard line, right back to Thornton they go. Yeah, this time it's clearly a catch. Wow. Tyquan Thornton with a spectacular reception, the play following a near spectacular reception. 71 yards now on 5 receptions for Thornton. It's 1st and goal at the 1. Mahomes, the give, and this is a touchdown for Kareem Hunt from a yard out. And the Chiefs may have just put this game on ice. Rushing touchdown for Kareem Hunt. Chiefs go up 13 with the extra point to come with 6:03 to go. Where's a late flag that came in after the touchdown? It's going to be some kind of unsportsmanlike, you would think. Might be that little gesture at the end for Kareem Hunt after the touchdown. And yeah, they're going to get Kareem Hunt for that little gesture after the touchdown. But Kareem Hunt, the 1-yard touchdown run that has given the Chiefs a 2-touchdown advantage with 6:03 to go. And Harrison Butker on to add the extra point to try and make it a 14-point spread. With that 15-yard penalty, this becomes a 48-yard extra point. And Butker missed it. So Butker missed a 40-yard field goal earlier and now misses the extra point, which ended up being from 48 yards because of the unsportsmanlike. But it's still a 2-touchdown lead for the Chiefs, 22-9. 6 minutes, 3 seconds remaining. That scoring drive for the Chiefs, 9 plays, 77 yards, 4 minutes, 9 seconds. Kareem Hunt, 1-yard touchdown run set up by that great catch by Tyquan Thornton the play before. Chiefs now all of a sudden over the 300-yard mark of offense tonight. Patrick Mahomes, 22 of 36, 224 yards, and 1 passing touchdown. So just when it looked like the Giants had caught a break on that incompletion to Thornton, the Chiefs go right back to him. Mahomes goes right back to him, and he makes an absolutely spectacular catch to set up the Kareem Hunt 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs may have just put this game on ice with that touchdown, as the Giants will now need 2 touchdowns in the final 6 minutes, 3 seconds. So the Giants, if they don't make a comeback, are in danger of falling to 0-3 with the undefeated Los Angeles Chargers coming to MetLife next week. I caught myself. I know it's been 7-8 years ago. I still find myself calling the Chargers San Diego. And like I say, they've been gone for 7-8 years now. But I caught myself that time. So we are just about set to get this kickoff. Giants are going to need a quick score here, with just over 6 minutes to go and facing a 2-touchdown deficit. He just showed a stat. This is the home opener for the Giants, and this is a Giants team that went just 1-8 at home at MetLife Stadium a year ago. And they're in danger of falling to 0-3 and 0-1 at home this year. Kickoff taken at the 5 across the 10, 20-yard line. Singletary with running room and a good return up to the 37-yard line. So good starting field position for the Giants. I say they're going to need a pretty quick score here as we're under 6 minutes now. And they find themselves in a 13-point hole. Question is who is going to come out at quarterback here, and it is going to be Russell Wilson. First down, Giants at the 37. And here's a handoff on first down. And this is a good 9-yard pickup on first down for Scatabo. Up to the 46. It'll be second down and a yard. Giants going into a little bit more of a hurry up now. 2nd and 1. Wilson throwing left side to Scatabo. Scatabo's got a first down into Chiefs territory and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Gives Scatabo 9 on that pass. Clock running, 5:20 and counting. First down at the 45. Wilson in trouble, is sacked. A loss of 5 on that sack. That's George Karlaftis getting to Russell Wilson for the sack. 2nd and 15 at midfield. Wilson looking. Wilson throws. Pass complete. That's a first down up to the 35-yard line. Catch for Darius Slayton. Giants up to the 35. Wilson. Flag down. This might be a free play for the Giants. Pass is caught. And up to the 31-yard line, we'll check this flag. Catch made there for Devin Singletary. And we'll check the penalty. Nope, it's an illegal shift on the Giants. So that'll cost them 5 back to the 40. Fifth penalty of the game on the Giants. 1st and 15, back at the 40. Wilson gets rid of it. Pass complete up to the 34-yard line. That'll be a 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 9. Reception made by Daniel Bellinger, his first catch of the game. Again, a little bit more of a hurry up for the Giants. 2nd and 9. Wilson, the handoff to, I believe that's Singletary getting the carry. And he's up to the 30-yard line. It is Devin Singletary. And the Giants will have 3rd down and 5. We're under 4 minutes to go. Third and 5. Giants need to get to the 25 for a first. Wilson throwing toward the end zone, but overshoots his intended receiver, Malik Neighbors. And now it'll be 4th down, and no question the Giants are going to go for it. Field goal does you nothing at this point. Fourth down and 5. Pretty much the ball game right here. Wilson takes the snap. Throw is going to be caught. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Giants. Darius Slayton with the reception. Excuse me, that's Wan'Dale Robinson with his first catch. 1st and goal at the 4. Wilson looking. Wilson throws it out of the back of the end zone. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. That will stop the clock with 3:10 to go. But the Giants' drive stays alive on that 4th and 5 conversion on the pass to Wan'Dale Robinson. Second and goal, football at the 4. It's a late flag that came in after that last play. They just called grounding on Russell Wilson. Must have still, let's see. Yeah, he was still in the tackle. They was still in the pocket. He threw it 4 yards out of the back of the end zone. So instead of 2nd and goal at the 4, it's 2nd and goal at the 14. Wilson will keep it on 2nd and goal, and he'll get up to the 11-yard line, gain of 3. Giants needing a touchdown, and it would be beneficial for them if they would get it on the north side of the 2-minute warning. With them only having 2 timeouts left. 3rd and goal. Just shy of the 10. Wilson looking. Wilson throws it out of the back of the end zone again. He was still in the tackle box again. Are they going to get him for it again? He was going for Neighbors, but that ball was 5 yards out of the back of the end zone. So now it's 4th and goal. It doesn't look like they're going to throw the flag for grounding this time. 4th and goal. Football just shy of the 10. A must convert for the Giants. Wilson Looking, Wilson throws incomplete out of the back of the end zone again. And the Chiefs defense holds, and that may pretty much seal the deal. The Giants drive stalls in the red zone, and the Chiefs take over with 2:31 to go. And the Giants with only 2 timeouts. Well, plus the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs looking in excellent shape to pick up their first victory of 2025. Russell Wilson, 17 for 29 for 151 yards, had those 2 interceptions in the first half. Giants offense up to 270 yards, but unable to convert on this last drive. And now the Chiefs, no reason to pass the ball at this point. They're just going to keep it on the ground, I would think, force the Giants to use their 2 timeouts. And again, they'll get the stoppage at the 2-minute warning as well. Chiefs have had a bad taste in their mouth after the first 2 weeks. That loss down there in Brazil to the Chargers. And then the home loss last week in that Super Bowl rematch against the Eagles. But assuming they hold on here, that sour taste will be out of their mouth at least for this week. But again, another tough one next week for the Chiefs as the Ravens come into Arrowhead next week. That's the late afternoon kickoff. Doesn't get any easier for the Giants either as they host the undefeated Chargers next week. The crowd starts to head for the exits, the Giants fans anyway. There are a lot of Chiefs fans in attendance at MetLife Stadium. Starting to see some frustration on the Giants' faces there on the sideline. First down, Chiefs at the 10. And this is just a handoff. And a gain of 5 on first down. Giants are going to use their second timeout here on defense with 2:24 to go. The Giants will be down to 1 timeout. Plus the 2-minute warning. 1 first down will definitely put this game on ice. Chiefs also in week 9. They got the Ravens at Jacksonville and the Lions, as I mentioned, their next 3. But in week 9, the Chiefs have to go up to Buffalo. So they've got some tough games on their schedule coming up. Another handoff to Kareem Hunt, and Hunt will get a yard. Final timeout for the Giants at 2:18 to go. So the Giants out of timeouts. They will get the 2-minute warning stoppage. Third down for Kansas City. They did add a couple seconds back to the clock, so it's 2:20 on the clock. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Chiefs. Chiefs need to get to the 21 or just across the 20 for a first down. Mahomes, he's going to throw this on 3rd down. Throwing it deep down the field. That's going to be almost intercepted. Boy, that was a big chance for Mahomes took there. They're going to have to punt this football. That was almost picked off. But it just fell harmlessly incomplete, thankfully for Mahomes, and they will punt this football. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. Boy, that had interception written all over it. Paulson Adebo, the defender, it went right through his hands. That was a clean interception. But Adebo couldn't hang on. Here's the punt, and the Giants almost got it. Taken at the 32 and returned to the 39-yard line. So the Giants will be able to get off one play before the 2-minute warning as the clock is stopped with 2:04 to go. So back comes Russell Wilson and the Giants offense. That was nearly blocked, that punt. First down, Giants at the 39. One play here before the 2-minute warning. Giants out of timeouts. Wilson, and we've got movement on the line. It's cost the Giants 5 on a false start. John Runyon, the guilty party on the false start. So it'll be 1st and 15 back at the 34. Wilson's pass complete to Malik Neighbors, and that's up to the 44-yard line, and we hit the 2-minute warning, which comes with 1:59 to go. Giants trailing 22-9. They'll have a 2nd down and 5 from the 44 following the 2-minute warning stoppage. Again, what a battle that's going to be next Sunday night. Micah Parsons returns to Dallas since he was traded to Green Bay. Been about almost a month ago since that trade. What kind of a reception will he get? Following the 2-minute warning, 2nd down and 6 for the Giants. From the 43, they marked this football. Wilson. Wilson looking. Wilson pressured. Wilson throws incomplete. That was behind Scatabo. It'll be 3rd and 6. Third down and 6 for the Giants from the 43. Wilson takes the snap. Wilson throws. Wilson, that's going to be incomplete. That was a short hop, nearly intercepted. And 4th and 6 coming. Clock stopped with 1:49 to go. Giants need to get to the 49-yard line on this fourth down play. It's 4th and 6. Wilson takes the snap. Wilson is almost sacked, but he's going to be brought down well short of the first down, and that's going to be your exclamation point. Kansas City with a 4th down stop and a couple kneel downs will put this one on ice and give the Chiefs their first win of 2025. Few more smiles on that Kansas City sideline this week, as opposed to their first 2 games. Victory formation for the Chiefs as Mahomes takes a knee. He'll have to do that 2 more times. Chiefs are going to go to 1-2. They will join the Broncos at 1-2 in the AFC West. Chargers 3-0. The Raiders also 1-2. One more kneel down for Mahomes and the Chiefs, and they will get out of here with a win. Do a quick rundown of the final stats before I sign off of here tonight. And the final kneel down, and that's going to put a wrap on a 22-9 win for the Kansas City Chiefs, their first win of 2025. They go to 1-2. Giants fall to 0-3. With the undefeated Los Angeles Chargers coming to MetLife next week. Chiefs return home and take on the Baltimore Ravens. Chiefs end up with 306 yards of offense compared to the Giants' 281. Patrick Mahomes, 22 of 37 passing tonight for 224 yards, 1 touchdown. Running the football, Chiefs put up 105 rushing yards. Isaiah Pacheco, leading rusher, 10 carries, 45 yards. Kareem Hunt, 10 carries, 34 yards, and the 1 rushing touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, leading receiver tonight for the Chiefs, 5 catches, 71 yards, and the touchdown reception. Juju Smith-Schuster, 4 catches for 55 yards. Hollywood Brown, also 4 receptions for 42 yards. Also 4 catches tonight for Travis Kelce for 26. 3 catches for 17 yards for Noah Gray and a catch each for Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco. For the Giants, Russell Wilson ends 18 of 32 for 160 yards, those 2 interceptions. Cam Scatabo, leading receiver tonight, 6 catches, 61 yards. Darius Slayton caught 4 passes for 30 yards, 2 catches, 13 yards for Malik Neighbors, 2 catches, 7 yards for Tyrone Tracy Jr. before he went out with the injury. A catch each for Wan'Dale Robinson, Theo Johnson, Chris Manhertz, and Daniel Bellinger. Running the football for the Giants, Cam Scatabo, 10 carries, 60 yards, and the 1 touchdown for the Giants tonight. Tyrone Tracy, 7 carries, 29 yards, mentioned before he went out with the injury. 4 carries, 11 yards for Devin Singletary for 130 yards. Running the football. Time of possession advantage tonight for the Chiefs, 31 minutes, 50 seconds. Giants held the ball for 28 minutes, 10 seconds. The turnovers, 2 turnovers for the Giants. That was the 2 interceptions from Russell Wilson. Chiefs were penalized 8 times for 85 yards. Giants penalized 7 times for 82 yards. One of them was that big 52-yard pass interference penalty right at the end of the first half. 22-9, Chiefs win it. Chiefs go to 1-2. Entertain the Ravens next week. Giants fall to 0-3. They host the undefeated Los Angeles Chargers next week. Again, I will be on for another live stream tomorrow night, the Monday Night Football matchup between the Lions and the Ravens. I'll be on the air probably roughly 8:10. I will go on a live stream. I say on the air. I'm going to go on a live stream about 8:10 tomorrow night for the Lions and Ravens Monday night game. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John here on YouTube. If you like my content on here, would really appreciate a like and subscribe. That would really mean a lot and go and help out. And I was also on Kick tonight at Sports Kick John. Also do have some content on Twitch at Sport Guru John. Again, thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you again tomorrow night, live stream for the Lions and the Ravens. Thanks a lot, everybody.